Hey Marjorie, how you doing tonight? So, Marjorie, um, I keep trying to keep this smile on my face, but it ain't working. It's not working. In this area in my life, I've been in the dark for a long time, and I keep fighting it and fighting it, and trying to. It's like when you're supposed to be on when it's supposed to be like a teamwork, and you got one person who building and the other one is being destructive. That's where I am. And it's like in this situation, my eyes want to see the good, but you don't never see nothing good. Nothing good don't ever come out of it. So it's like um, I'm tired of looking for the good. I am. Hey Shakira, um, I'm doing all well. Yeah, I'm all right, but you know, it's always something. And I don't even want to be crying about this, but it's like I just feel like I'm tired of trying to fight for stuff that it take teamwork to fight for, but you fighting for it by yourself. So at one point, y'all know it was a lot going on. Um, it was a lot going on um, in my marriage, and I try to stay away from like that talk because I don't want anybody to think that it's not something that I don't believe in, because I do. I believe in marriage. I wouldn't want to do the raising of the kids and none of that stuff by myself. Um, Marjorie, it looked like that's where I'm just going. That's what I'm gonna have to do, is because it's like the more and more conversations that I have, it's like he want me to participate in pretend like I'm happy when I keep having a conversation about um, very, very reasonable things that I want. And I'm not compromising on them. I've compromised with everything. Everything. But on these couple things that I'm refusing to compromise on, I'm not going to change it so much so I'm not going to change it that I'm willing to throw it away. I am. I'm ready to throw it away. I mean, um we haven't been together for more than a year now. Um and I feel like I'm looking for um things to be better and or to switch up, but I don't see nothing changing. I just think things keep getting worse. That's what I see. Um, yeah, you remember mine and what I told you about him. He moved out today. Wow. It says in the Bible to only think about what's pure and lovely. Sarah, I thank you for saying that. But right now, the way my life set up is hard. It is hard. If you only knew the things that been through at me just in the past 2 months, it's hard to think about what's pure and lovely. And I'm a human at the end of the day. So I've been thinking about you all day long. Well, I appreciate you for that. But I wish I wish that's what my mind can think of. But what's on my mind is what's on. And so in this position that I'm in right now, I'm not willing I'm not willing to compromise at all. So I don't know where this gonna go. But this time I'm not gonna be the one to move. At least in here on what I stand on and what I'm not going to go for. Um Not gonna change it. Can't put a price on peace of mind, and I will not bend or fold for no man. Yeah, no, and when you're in a marriage, there's compromises that you make. There is changes that you adjust. But if you're the only one that's changing, and doing the work and things, then eventually something gonna feel jacked up if you the only one doing the work. Is like I feel like I'm building and right now he's destroying. Um and I can't do it. I'm going through enough stuff already by myself, and usually I'm not a person who thinks about myself, especially when it comes down to my house. My thoughts is always with somebody else and everything, and the stuff that I've been going through in my life is like, now it's like if you coming on to dump some more water in my boat that's already feel like it's sinking at some time, then I want to throw you overboard. You and your pail of water that you came on with to help my ship sink. And that's just how I feel right about now. Everything is always all good when we just being there. Yes, ma'am. But the moment we disagree and stand on business, it's a problem. Yep. And then you can repeat the things to them that they doing, and they can see the story and know that you telling them the God's honest truth, but keep on doing the same thing and pretending like it ain't me, it's you the problem. But for me, it's sad that after 25 years for my mind to be in this headspace, I feel like I'm already going through a lot of stuff. But again, another part of my life, it don't matter how much stuff I'm going through. People come around and they don't mind dumping a little bit more trash onto me. And for me, it's like I don't want to argue with nobody. I don't want to fight with nobody. I'm trying to use all of my energy that I have to fight for the things that are going on with me as far as my health wise and everything. Hey, Korean. As far as my health wise, hey, Shallow. Um, Trying to use those things as far as like fighting for my health, getting me straight and everything. And it's like every time that I try to focus in on me, I always got this clown or something that's in the background that's jumping up and down and willing to do anything just to get some attention from me. And I don't want to give it to him. And it's like, because I'm not screaming it or I'm not going off, it's like don't nobody take you serious because you ain't clicked on nobody or no nothing. I don't have the energy. I don't have the energy. Now you know when you're a person and you have an anger on the inside of you. And I can tell you some stories about where I got anger built up on the inside of me. And I fought for a long time not to let that anger out of me onto somebody who it does not belong to. Um, and they used to you every now and then you pop off, and then when you pop off, they know you serious then. But I don't want to do that. That's not what I want to do. And it's almost like my husband don't want me to be great. It's like he want me to go to this place of like and just lose it. I keep telling y'all I'm coming on here talking to y'all about everything else, and I try to avoid the marriage thing. But when I tell you, the marriage subject just been digging and digging and digging. And it's like the more quiet that I stay about it, like it's getting louder and louder and louder every single day. And I'm like, I'm in a whole separate place. I'm trying to stay away from you, and I'm trying to do this and I'm trying to do that. And I've been telling y'all, I've been staying in a shed on my property to stay away from him. And it's like, if I can't get you one way, I'm going to get you another way. So it doesn't matter like what I'm going through in life. And what more do I need to be going through besides cancer? Stacked on with everything else that I got going on. For me to get a little bit of relief, But no, instead, what I'm getting is let me dig in this sore just a little bit more so I can see what I can get up out of you if I just dig in this right here. And it's like the more I refuse to give it that pop off energy, it's like it just keep on building and keep on building. I chose my son. How can you love him and be a bully? Man, Marjorie, all I'm just gonna say, I'm, I'm just read that comment over and over again. I told you, Marjorie, you like a fly on the wall with just that statement, that chat that you just wrote there. I chose my son. How can you love me and be a bully to our son? Without me going into and explaining anything else, I'm going to pin this comment because Marjorie, I don't know how you keep calling out, but I swear it's like you like I'm gonna keep on. That's gonna be your name. Your name is Marjorie, but you gonna I'm gonna call. Yeah, I'm gonna keep on calling you Fly Girl, and that can be in good ways. But you never say if I was a fly on the wall. Listen, you can take that statement, and I'm telling you, you just called out the thing. I'm not. I'm not going to compromise on it. I'm not. And I feel like the energy that that type of situation gives is the same situation that I grew up in. I could never do anything right. I don't care if I was playing match and I turned over the same card. There was a hatred for me so bad, in my opinion, that even if those two cards matched each other, I wasn't telling the truth. Those two cards don't match each other. Flip them back over and find another match. This thing, I can't compromise. I can't compromise on. Hi, Darcy. I love you too. At this time in your life, you need all the happiness in the world and live your best life. It's like one moment I am, but it's like something else is happening. It's like there's a hatred because I'm trying to enjoy my life. And it's like any piece of happiness that I'm trying to have, it's like he's right there. The thought that just came in my mind is like, I feel like if he could make a doll of me, like a voodoo doll of me, and it would work to tear up my happiness, I feel like he would be there just breaking my arms, breaking my legs, and everything, anything to stop me from being happy. I know a long time, about a year ago, I came on here and I said to y'all, it was like at one point, like my kids was acting strange towards me. And it hurt me to even think that, Shauna, why are you thinking Why are you thinking in that way? You shouldn't be thinking like that. But it's like everything in me, like my discernment was saying to me, girl, you right. You right. But once again, you gonna give somebody the benefit of the doubt. And I knew something had to be said because I know how. And I know what it is with me and my kids. And I just feel at one point is he feel like if I can't get her, then I'm gonna use them to get back at them. And that's just how I feel. This the last thing. I just keep on saying is like everything that's like keep hitting me. And I keep saying to y'all, man, I'm coming on here talking to y'all about this right here. And my mind can't even be fully focused on what I got going on with just my health alone because the bullshit that I'm going through behind the scenes won't let me focus on the other stuff that's going on in life. And it don't matter how many times, how many ways you try to talk about it in the best way or no nothing. You, st- I still ain't gonna make no sense. I'm wrong. I'm the wrong one. And if I can't get you, then I'll get the kids. Yeah, Korean, but it's never stopped since the first time I came on here and said something about it. The only thing is when y'all see me move around and go get on the train and go different places and stuff like that right there, I just tried to stay away from it because them ain't like the kind of conversations that I'm trying to have. I be trying to be behind. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. I believe this is Darcy that did that. Thank you so much, Darcy. God bless you. Um, there is I try to stay more like in another place because like in a marriage it's like part of you wants to protect your spouse and not do those things, and then it's like you keep on giving the grace, you keep on giving the grace, and it's like even like this situation that's going on now is like once again when there was an argument that happened, I told you all he thought that I was recording him one other time, and he was like and I'm sorry, y'all. I'm not ignoring anybody. I'm just trying to get my thoughts out of my head so I can get on past this thing and move around it. But I told y'all before, it's like I was on here. Well, I was talking to him and I had my phone in my hand and he thought that I was recording him. And he was like, but he was saying like mean things to me. And this is before I found out that I had cancer. And he was saying all his little mean things, and that's usually what he do is like he like one of those people that like he talk to people any kind of way, but they can't nobody talk to him in a certain kind of way, and it's just like and I try not to go to those places because I can get really mean too, but it's like that's not who I am, but I got enough anger on the inside of me that if you poke the bear enough, you'll get a response. You'll get a response from me. And trust and believe it's not going to be a nice one. I'm telling you, it won't be a nice response. I'm telling you, I'm one of those people that I can admit to that there is a blackout that happens, and before you know it, I'll be done some stuff that I ain't meant to go those places. So I be trying to avoid it at all times. But anyways, he going to say and all of these things that he's saying, and I'm irritated at the moment. And then in the midst of it, he thought while I'm waving my phone in my hand and I'm talking, just moving the phone around. You record you got you recording, and I just in that split second I just thought to myself, I'm talking to you about something very important. Go back to Marjorie's comment. I'm talking to him along those lines. I'm talking about the comment that's pinned. I'm talking to him about that, and you worried about whether I'm recording you on a damn phone. I don't. You more. Oh, so if I got the recorder on and I'm talking to you, you will switch it up how you speak. But if I got the recorder on, you won't speak to me that way. Oh, so you care about the people out there more than you care about how I feel about a situation. Okay. So yesterday there was a situation and the same thing happens. We back talking about this same situation again, over and over and over and over again. And the neighbors come outside. Oh, stop talking loud. Those people are man. Ooh. Let me tell y'all something. For those of y'all who be over here and y'all hear me speak one way, I'm telling you, I'm in a different place tonight, and I may say some things that you don't like. You have to come back on another day. Forgive me, pray for me, but fuck those people next door. Because one thing about Shauna, let me tell you something. What I will do on the inside of my house, I will do it on the outside. Ain't no faking, ain't no pretending, no none of that. None of that. Ain't nobody got to be guessing how I would handle anything. I'm telling you, I'm one of those kind of people. My kids already know. If you act up out here, there is nothing that I will do in my house that I won't do on the outside. I'm not a person that hide anything like that. So for me to hear that, now you want me to switch it up, but you talking to me one kind of way and saying what it is that you want to say. And now I'm going to say what I want to say, but because the neighbors come outside of the house, now you want me to be quiet. Man, fuck those people. Not that I don't like my neighbors or no none of that, but right now I don't care nothing about that. And you shouldn't even be focused on those people right now because we talking about some stuff that you're doing and you ain't taking no accountability for it. Very annoyed at this time in your life, yeah. Narcissists love to play mind games like that. Well, the more and more that I hear that, Shakira, you know, you definitely don't want to have somebody that you're married to and you that word comes up and you want to apply it to them. But the more and more I keep hearing about it because my sister talks a lot about narcissists on here. Shalissa, that's me. She does a lot of narcissist talk on her page. And the more I hear her talk about it and the more that I just read what you wrote there or whatever, it's like, Shauna, face it. That's what you're dealing with. Hey, Coffee Cake. I love you from South Africa. Thank you, South Africa. Yanilla. Thank you. Yeah. Oh Lord. And y'all know I've been like on my good streak. It's like when I stay on this thing is like because there's one point in my life that for years, like there's a set of my kids that grew up and they never heard me cuss. Never. Never heard me say a cuss word. And then it's just, but there's my first couple of kids that I had, they grew up with me. We went through the trenches. They done saw everything. They done seen me go in handcuffs, all kinds of. They done seen me in fights. They done seen me in situations that they done seen me in some situations. There was a time that changed up things in my life, and my kids didn't so much as hear me say a cuss word. And it's like there's times when I come on here and talk to y'all, and a long period of time I haven't said, and I've had enough stuff going on the inside of me that I can be on here screaming and saying a lot of cuss words about a lot of things, and I haven't gone there. But this right here is this one of those things where I tell my sister sometimes when she going through stuff, there's just certain things that happen in your life that will make your ass itch. And this is for me one of those things, and it's just like um yeah. And then the fact that they want to argue and debate when certain situations are, man, yeah. Well, let me go back because I skipped through a lot of things. If I'm just when you said that, chills went through my body. Um, I right now I don't even know that I said right now, but yeah, my thing just keeps scrolling down. Hey, Global. Hey, Keith. I'm just speaking to my granny. Always said that you'll make my. Well, Mama Global. This is out of all the things that's been happening to me. This is one thing that is very, very irritating, especially when it come down to my kids. Um, there is situations, there's places that I've lived in my life before and I ain't never had no issue with nobody. Smiled at everybody, just stay to myself or no nothing. But one day I came home and somebody said that one of my neighbors went to the park and cussed my son out. You talking about? And yeah, and I don't want to put too much smoke to that because I know people be here on YouTube and stuff. As soon as you start telling about your weaknesses and all of that kind of stuff, then they start to like kind of play like those kinds of games or whatever. But yeah, no, you want to see the beast come out. And so it's just like for me it's just like in this area right here there is no compromising. There is no compromising. So no. And then I still have that thing in the back of my mind is when I told you there when you raise children, well when you're being raised, you learn from your parents. Whatever it is that your parents do, believe me, you're subject to do any of the things that your parents will do. Now, if you so happen to be raised by a parent like what I had, because I had one parent, I had two parents, but one parent was absent. He just contributed money, and that's all he figured he need to do. I'm gonna give him his praise and his props for that, because that is all that he did. And then you feel like you got somebody who's raising you that just does not like you. um it's easy for you to take that thing and implement those things onto your children. But when you have fought the way that I have fought to not do those things to my kids, in the back of my mind, all I hear is like, when this stuff is happening, is you didn't like it when it was done to you. So the fact that it's coming from another parent is, it doesn't sit well with me. And it's like, it makes you, when you walking around and like you have that anxious feeling in your stomach, even if it ain't coming from me, it's still, I can feel it on the inside of me. And it's like, no, no, no. And then at a certain point, it's like, i can talk I can talk to my kids, and I can, um whatever damage I feel like he's doing, I can take by having a conversation with my kids, and I can reverse, not really reverse it, but sometimes words are worse than being banged up on or whatever. And so it's like, but me sitting down having conversations and rebuking some of the things that he's saying, I'm getting tired of that. I'm tired of it. And it's like, the more and more I keep talking, it's like the more and more my kindness is being taken for weakness. So I'm telling you, I'm on here talking to y'all because I'm at that place of where I got enough pressure behind me. I'm telling you, I want to pop off so bad. And y'all don't know the things that I'm talking to the people in my real life that I see. And I'm telling them what I want to do. And yet every day I keep getting up and I keep trying to fight that thing and fight that thing and fight that thing. And I'm telling you, the bear just will not quit being poked. Now, no, I ain't got nowhere to put the fact that I got cancer, that I got an aortic aneurysm, I got diabetes. Hell, what else? What else can happen? What else can happen? What else can happen? And it's like, if you know, as my significant other, that I'm going through all of this, what are you even around for? If you just want to keep on digging and digging and digging, what else? Yeah, Mama Global, even though it's like they know what I'm going through, but just like always, I keep saying to y'all, I got some people in my life that I definitely know that cares for me, but I've been surround the ones that you thought that was really, like your mom, your dad, your aunties, those type right there, who you who you probably can go back in your family and you can be like, yeah, them the ones that was around you, that was supposed to protect you. I didn't have that. See, all the stories and stuff that I can tell y'all, those the people that all tore me down and was teaching me shit that they shouldn't have been teaching me, doing things to me that they shouldn't be, being abusive and all of that their kind of stuff. That's the kind of stuff that I was getting. So I've learned to not really trust anybody. But I'm telling you, like my first cousins, my sisters, my brothers and stuff like that, those are the people that like see me in a different way, see me like in a different way, and the people who I've put myself around these days. But yeah, no. And now I literally just told my husband yesterday, I don't think you love me, and I actually believe that you hate me. I believe you hate everything about me. And he couldn't even say to me, man, I do love you. All he could say was, you believe that? You believe that? That's exactly what I believe. That's exactly what I believe. I don't believe that he loved anything about me. Yeah. And one might even ask, do he show you? No, because his love is an action. No, nope. And at this point, I don't want him to show me. At this point, I'm telling you everything in me. I don't even need him to speak to me. I don't want to hear him say, hey, good morning. I don't want to hear him say bye. I don't want to hear him at all. And on everything, this is not what I wanted to come to y'all and talk to y'all about. But it's like when this one thing that I've been doing, trying to unclog my mind just thinking about it, because it's just happening and going on every single freaking day. Every day. Every day. This same thing is just happening. And Corinne, you say, do I like him? No, I don't like him. Not at all. And let me tell you something. The love is probably like this right here. I don't wish no harm. I don't wish no harm on him or no nothing. But I don't know if there's a there to me, there's love and then there's in love. I love him because he done been, and okay, right now it's like I can say a whole bunch of bad things, right? I can say a bunch of bad things. But that's not the kind of person I am. So right now I'm going to tell you about some of the things that made me love him. At a point in my life, I have it on here where I talked about I was losing my mind. Losing my mind, going crazy. And in that time in my life is one of the hardest times of my life. This man married me during those times, and I remember that. But I also feel like because he married me when I was going through those things, that he feel like I owe him for that. Um, he was a man that he got up and He went to work and he paid the bill. But then there also was a side of the person that's like, you owe me for doing that too. And he didn't see value in me being home. Back at this time, we had 7 children, and I was pregnant with number 8. He didn't see value in me being home taking care of our kids. And he probably did see value in it. But this is, I make the money and I can spend money on whatever it is. And not like I was trying to stop anything from happening. It's just I can go back down the years and I can just see it's like everything that he did was spectacular. And I'm going to keep going back to the same words of when I came on here and the first time that I spoke to you all about my marriage. And he told me, you don't do shit. I can go back go back down the line in our life, and it's like, even though I was an at-home mom, I was getting up. I had a baby at the time. So much so, I was taking my baby to school to go to school with my kids. I had 7 kids at the time, taking my baby to school with me. My baby knew all the teachers in the school. I would go and sit in my kids' classroom, grade papers, go to school with the kids every day, clean up the house, cook dinner, sometimes 2 or 3 meals at the same time, make his lunch for the next day, everything, sometimes even have his clothes out for him to take a bath and a shower when he came home from work. And I had 7 children, and it didn't matter. But these, and I'm not just telling y'all these stories, I'm telling myself about what I did, because some people take everything that a person say and they let them tear everything about them down to the ground where you don't feel no good about yourself. But I can go back in my history book, and know and see the things that I did and know I was a hell of a woman. Facts. And it's something that's happening right now at this moment where I can hear it being questioned, like in the background, even though it's not being said out loud, but behind the scenes, asking the kids everywhere that I go. And I tell my kids, don't give your dad no pushback. Tell him everything that he asks you about. Because one thing that I know for sure, 25 plus years, my kids know one man. And so it doesn't matter what you ask them. And I don't know what the insecurity is that's there, but I'm tired of being poked. I am. I'm very tired. And you don't even know. I sat here. I've been sitting here ever since I posted that short that I did earlier today. And my mind just has been going. It's like I want to come on here and I want to talk to my people on YouTube. I want to. But I'm stuck in this place right now. This place right here. I don't have anything else. Listen, I've called other people and talked to them about this situation because I ain't want to bring it on him. But I'm stuck. I'm stuck because I'm busy trying to protect somebody who don't care, in my opinion, about how I feel about whatever, or protecting what it is that's happening to me right now. And I can admit that I might be missing something, but hell, I've been looking so long, I'm tired of looking for the Easter eggs and the trick or treating for the Halloween candy. I'm sick of it. Hey, growing with Hudson. um, yeah. Um, I didn't want to, and let me tell you something. This is not just something that I just came and just start blabbering about. I'm so mindful of everything that's going on. Before I even hit this live button, the first thing that I did was I prayed over myself and over my mouth. God, govern my mouth, control what comes out of my mouth, because I ain't coming trying to bash nobody or no nothing, but everybody got a breaking point, a point that you gonna reach, and you sick and tired of being sick and tired. Like, I feel like I done tried everything. There is nights that I done been up 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, and I'm praying about this situation, and then to me it just like it keep getting worse and worse, and like the more I try to put a band-aid over my mouth and keep my mouth closed, because the thoughts that I'm having in my head are things to say. um the best way that I can explain it to you right now is I have some words on the inside of my belly that could possibly cause me to not be here on this earth no more. And that's the way I used to live my life before. That I would talk about everything that I'm willing to be unalived for. But see, now I done switched it around, and I try to live my life and talk about the things that I'm willing to live for. So anything that try to take me in that way, I try to avoid it and go the right way. But it's like the harder I try, the more, at this point, I don't even feel like there's a poking with the finger. You ever had somebody that poke you in a place on your skin or your body, and it starts to get tender in that area? I feel like I'm being stuck with a screwdriver at this point, just over and over again in the same spot. And it's like, how many things can I keep coming on here and telling y'all? Y'all ever had somebody that just keep telling you about things that's happening in their life? And it's like, after a while you keep hearing the stuff that they keep saying happening to them. After a while you start looking at them like they lying. They lying. They always complain about something happening to them. I wish I was lying. I really do. I wish I was lying. I wish I could be making up the stuff that I make up. But ask me about this 3 months down the line, and I'll be able to repeat everything back to you if my mind's still straight from all this other stuff that I got going on. That just shows you that it can be you can be with a person 20 years and still not know them. If he takes you off your path with God and steals your peace, it's not worth it. Learn how to love yourself again. Well, my mother raised 12 of us kids and went to heaven with a smile on her face. Doc Spencer, I'm trying very hard for that to be my life. I've raised 14. Uh, and I haven't completed raising 14 of them. I've asked God, please, I don't want to happen to me what happened to my mama. My mama left here. She had 3 children, 15 and under. I want to remain here to raise my kids. I still got young kids. Um, with a whole lot coming my way. So the last of the 14 kids that I raised, I still got 3 that's under the age. You never have to chase what God gives you or He has sent. Yeah. Hey, kicking it with D. It's time for you to have support and speak your mind and let Him know the best way you can, even if it's hard. Um, Kicking it with D, it ain't even hard for it's not hard for me to express and talk. You can ask any other people in my family. I'm one of them people. It's not hard for me to talk, but I'm very considerate of the people around me when I start, because I even think about, if I say something about this, will it do this or will it do that? Or will it do this or will it do that? I think about I go down all of those lines. Is like, say, like, if a kid come to you and tell you something that's going on in their house or whatever, if it's very serious, you're mindful of what you're going to go and say to their parent, if you're going to go and say something to them, or are you going to report it to somebody else because you're thinking about the child's safety or whatever like that. I'm like that kind of person. Like, I be, trying to be mindful of that type of stuff or whatever. And it's just like, so part of me is like, my mouth is very governed because I'm trying to protect my kids with everything in me. And I keep on telling them, you make sure that whatever path that anybody's going down, you make sure you're the one that's in right standing. Don't be challenging no adults, because you can't whoop no adults or no nothing like that. Um, and remain respectful because it is your dad. Um, and I think a lot of people, because y'all know my husband is a lot older than me, y'all got these people that was raised up, and everybody keep on saying, respect your mother and your father, for your days may be long. Enoch, what's that word, because I know you know it. Enoch know everything about everything in the Bible. The devil is always at work, and sometimes he works through your family. You need to lean more on God. That's why He sent the man he wanted me to have, who loves my entire family. God still has a plan for you, beautiful. Thank you, Mama Global. I know you're not lying. Yeah, no. Hey, Shamika. Enoch, we wrestle not against flesh and blood. We are in a spiritual war. Oh, absolutely. We battle not against flesh and blood, but principalities. And that's one of the things that I try to stay focused to on, is I'm not fighting against the person that's in it, but these spirits that keep coming at me, is and I try to keep that in my mind. And I'm telling you, sometimes it's so hard to remember that it's not the person, it is a spirit. It's very hard. It's very hard when it keeps coming at you over and over and over again. Very hard. Um, so I even thank you for saying that again. We fight not against flesh and blood. Praying for you, sis. Praying it works out for your good. Yeah, that's what I'm. Let me tell you something. It's a lot of things that I be praying for, and I'll be reminding people too that sometimes we pray so much for other people, we forget to pray for ourselves. Um, I'll be like, pray over yourself sometimes. I need to take that word too. I pray all the time. God bridles my tongue, because I'm yet a work in process. Yeah, I'm a work in progress. It's been a minute since I came on here and said, um, any cuss words. I'm working back towards that place because I feel like you can't express yourself without saying cuss words. But like what I feel like I have to get it. I have to get it up off of me in the way that it's coming out because I'm under pressure. I'm under pressure right now, and I'm telling you, the way this situation irks my nerve, cancer don't even have nothing on this situation that's going on in my life. And I'm telling you, and I've been showing you all and telling you all about the things and the cancer journey. But when I tell you this situation right here irks my nerve more than the cancer does. And those are facts. I'm telling you, when my kids be messed with in that way, it bothers me. Especially because I always try to teach them to respect people. I do. But I always tell them though, you respect everybody. But the moment they do this, touch you, as long as they don't touch you, don't you touch them. But the moment they do that, mama said, see what the I'm gonna raise some respectful ones. But and I'm gonna tell you one of the things in the Bible I ain't never taught mine is to turn the other cheek and let them slap you on the other cheek. Hell no, I ain't never did that. That Bible verse right there. That's probably the only one that I cross out the Bible. I don't believe in it. I don't trust that part. Um, and that's just real. But what I was gonna say earlier that the older generation they talk about respect your elders for your days may be long, but a lot of people they don't want to talk about that other verse that tells because there's a verse in there that talks about too us parents don't bring your kids to anger and everything. Um, there's a consequence for that. But how many times we done set up in church and we done heard over and over again, children obey your parents, but none of them preachers don't never say nothing about the part where they tell you don't make your kids angry and stuff like that. Nobody ever says anything about that. And I hate that. If you gonna speak on it from both parts. Because us parents too have a responsibility. Um, yeah, I'm gonna remove your comment. Don't do that. Um, yeah, I just that's one of those things that I don't like. There are certain sayings that I don't like that absolutely irk my nerve. I don't like that thing. What go on in this house, stay in this house. Though I do believe that there is things that is personal and it should stay inside the house. But in my experience, everybody that was using that, I can't. I'm gonna tell you like that. Those words right there get on my effing nerve. What go on in this house stays in this house because usually a person that's repeating those kinds of words is means they doing some shit that they don't want nobody to know that they doing and they know it's wrong, but you continue to do it, but you want somebody else to hold your secret that you doing. If you don't want nobody to know about it, then stop doing it. Stop doing it. You don't know how many times I've heard that, and then when I go back and look at it now as being a grown adult and not knowing any better when I was a little kid, every situation that was thrown up in my face, it was all jacked up situations that you knew better than what you was doing. What you were doing, you knew it would get you in trouble, or you would end up going to jail for it or whatever if somebody caught you doing it or saw you doing that. But yet you have the kids sitting there confused as hell as to what's going on with them because you don't want them to tell about the bullshit that you doing. I was like you. I always apologize, even when I was not wrong, just to keep the peace. Moo, Mama Global. You don't know how many times that, like, I tried to keep the peace in that way, and I'm telling you right now, I'm not so much. I'm not so much as the peacemaker. I'm the one that if your ass lying sitting at the table, everybody at the table gonna know your ass lying. I'm gonna call it out, and I don't give a damn how nobody at the table feel. I'm telling you, you can ask my family and all. I don't care. And what I'm got to say, I'm gonna say it in front of all of you, including the one that got something to do with it. Whatever. I don't sugarcoat none of that because it don't never work when you trying to make peace in that way. In my opinion, you can't hurt somebody with the truth. You cannot hurt nobody with the truth. Just like when they say stuff be happening to you, or like I got some of the videos and stuff that I have out or whatever, talking about some of the things that happened to me when I was a kid. You stupid for coming on here talking about what the things that your mama did. I ain't coming on here bashing her, but you saying that I'm speaking about things that my mama did to me, and she ain't here to defend herself. Um, those things happen to me, and ain't I'm allowed to speak about the things that happen to me. And it's the truth. You want me to protect somebody from the truth, from a truth. But it's okay if somebody come out here and tell a lie and say about anything, and you can't refute a lie with the truth. Yeah, no. Reason to show you because she is blessed, highly favored, and highly anointed. So we rebuke you, devil. All right, Marjorie, you said you said another big one. I thank you for that prayer, and I'm telling y'all, after tonight, I'm I'm trying to let it go and woosah about this situation. Um, and get back. You know how sometimes your cup is full and you need to empty it out. you know. So now it's like my cup is like half full. Yeah, so it's a lot of old wives saying they are not relevant today. Mm. I feel as though you have a bad spirit in your house, or your husband has a bad spirit in or on him. I feel that you need to get oil and anoint your house and speak Psalms 91 over your life. Enoch, what you're saying has a lot of truth to it. Um, there's we have the house here on I have two houses here on my property, right? Um, the family house is in the front. My son's house is in the back. We have several sheds, and regardless of what you all see in the background of here, this is a shed that I'm in. And you see, this is where I am all the time. I rather stay here in this shed than to live in the house with my husband. That's how adamant I am. I don't want to be in the same house as him. He even said to me yesterday that I need to come back on the inside of the house. And I told him the only way I'm coming back inside of that house is we trade places. You go to the shed and let me go in the house where, where the kids are. Um, but yeah, I'm not in there. I can't, you don't even know how many ways that I've sacrificed my mental to make peace in our house. And it just like, it drives me nuts for somebody to tell me the opposite of what I'm doing. Because, and it stems from, is I couldn't do anything right as a child to my mom. And to me right now in my life, I feel like my husband is presenting as, he reminds me of my mama when I was a little kid. It don't matter, I can do everything perfect and he'll still tell me that it's worthless. I can go and fix any problem that we have, and I still didn't do it right. And everything. Oh, let me shut up. Let me just shut up. Yeah, so Enoch, I don't even have a desire to even go over there to that house. I don't. And what I don't have, my sister that been in the military for 30 years, she always asking me how do I do certain things now that I'm out here in this shed, because I keep refusing to go back to the house. And so my sister asked me different things of how do you do this and how do you do that. And when I tell her, she tells me, she say, "Sis, you act like you've been to the military before." I've lived through some things, and I've always said to myself that if I ever became homeless, if people looked at me and I was homeless, I wouldn't present as some homeless people would, because I'm going to always figure out a way to do some things to keep myself in order. I'm going to do that. And so I can come up with some things and I can still do the same things that I was doing when I'm over there. So no, I haven't been over there. Enoch, I'm gonna get me a bottle of oil. I'm gonna get me a bottle of oil and I'm gonna pray over it. It just the way it came in my mind. It like it sounds funny or whatever, and I'm just laughing at it. Just even think about it. And you know the thing that you can put onto your water hose that you can fertilize your garden with. I'm gonna take that and I'm gonna pour the oil inside of that thing and then turn the water hose on and spray it over the top of the house so it can cover the house. And as I'm watering the house with the water hose, then I'll be saying Psalms 91 over the house and my life like that, because that's how far away. I don't go up the stairs. No, nothing. I don't go knock on the door. I don't do none of that because I don't have no desire to even live inside of the same house or be inside of the same house as him. Yeah. Um. See no evil, hear no evil. That's why so many evil deeds went unchecked. Okay. Mother kept her oily hands. Yes, it's therapy to get it out. Others will feel they are not alone. Yep. Evil spirits crave attention. Oh, tell me about it. They purposely tear you down. My advice is don't feed it. That's what I'm trying to do. And that's what I feel like is truly happened to me. It don't matter what I do, I get torn down. I get torn down for it and can know that I'm doing everything the right way, but it's like something inside of them is like, I ain't gonna give it to her because she gon' like, yeah, they ain't gonna give it to me. Just gotta keep on telling me that I'm a nobody. Hey, Phoenix. When evil knows it can destroy you, it is happy. So make it mad by ignoring it. I, I sure been trying hard. I've been trying. I feel you need to anoint the shed, and anything that is not of God will not enter. Enoch, that is, let me tell you something. I'm here, and there's times I've been on here, and I know y'all can hear. Like my husband, he'll come over here, but when he come over here where I am, it's something very antsy. Like he come in, and he can only stay. Even when I'm going through chemo, and I've just had chemo, and all I can do is sleep. He can come in and only be around me for less than 5 minutes. Less than 5 minutes. And it's so strange that you even say anything about it. I'm telling you, he come over here and be around me. It's like whatever. See, and the thing about me is, as my kids were growing up, my kids never been to a barbershop. Never had to go to a hair salon or no nothing, none of that. When you talking about Shauna is like the jack of all trades. I took care of everything. I cut my kids' hair all day life. So much so, one of my sons learned how to cut his hair watching me, and I told him, if you can draw on a piece of paper, you can cut your own hair. And right now, my son, y'all see, there's a video of my son. He went to the doctor with me. My son cut his own hair. He know how to turn them clippers around and fix the mirror and cut his own hair and stuff. Even right now, if he need a haircut or he need to be shaved or whatever, he can get those things done. Listen, and I tell y'all, when I'm cooking collard greens and everything, I clean them, cook them, and everything. And still, if I cook, I don't only cook for myself. I will fix him a plate of what I'm cooking and send it over to him or whatever. I'm not, I'm not being mean or vicious or any of that like that right there. But I'm tired. I'm tired of going through the same thing. Tired of it. Mama Global, you hit the nail right on the head. These words, that mental, Mama Global, the last 3 days, those words right there, keep on coming up over and over again. I've been saying them for the past 3 days now. Even the response to one of those is he said that he can't go to jail for mental abuse. Keep on playing with it. You just might. Um, yep. All right, Irvin, Markham. I feel the same way about that, about the cancer. You still need to cover yourself because you know spirits travel, and when you make them flee, they look for another place to live. So just fill those spots with the Holy Spirit. Enoch, I feel that with every fiber of my being. I felt that. Always looking for the next place to jump to and move around in. Um, yeah. But I'm telling you, now that I came on and I told y'all, and I hadn't even paid attention to it, I've been on here for an hour and 20 minutes, able to talk to you all. You're right, Phoenix. You're right. It didn't feel like that I've been on here for an hour and 20 minutes talking to you all about something that I really didn't want to talk about to you all. But I keep saying this is life with Tashana. And I guess for the past couple of days, not the past couple of days, but for the past 6 months, still, I've been going through this thing and I haven't said anything to you all about it. So I've been giving y'all a part of what's been happening in my life. Um, yeah. And right now, I'm just trying to feel how I feel that I've released what it is that I've been feeling. Um, um, and what I do feel is I feel like a burden been lifted up off me, like, and still just thinking about it because he watched the stuff that I say on YouTube. He can hear me when I when I say these things. So when I've reached this point right here, I'm at the point where I don't give a damn. I'm tired of like saying it to you and then eh, you're not listening. So, um, yeah, yeah. Um, I'm, I I feel fine. We rebuke in the name of Jesus. Amen. Amen, Phoenix. Amen. We will give you nothing but spiritual love, not worldly. We try we try to be in the world and not be of it. Hallowed be thy name. Amen. 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 Yeah, I'm trying to be a person that live in this world, but I'm trying also be trying not to be of this world. But it's just like things be really trying to pull you. The you know, it's crazy. So um I just like to say thank you to everybody that came through and spoke a word over this situation that I'm going through. And God knows I wish that I didn't feel, because 25 years is a long that's a long time. And I hate for it to be like to feel like it's done and over with, but on the inside of me, I feel like these 25 years are dead. That's what I feel like because I'm so tired of it. It's like I feel like I just want to be free. It's like a heavy bag that got a 24 bottles of bottled water inside of the grocery bag, and you holding it, just holding it and holding it and holding it. After a while, you need to put the bag down so the circulation can come back to your fingers. That's what I feel like. Um, I just want to drop the bag and I just want to leave it there. But I don't know anybody that want to be in a marriage for that long and then for it only to end up in this place. So The best thing that I can do right now is give it to God, and whatever He gonna do with it, let it be done. Let it be done. So, but I feel a lot better that I came on and talked about it, and because I was not, but I feel like it's what I needed to do to get me to the next places. So I feel like I done thought about everybody else and did what was best for everybody else my whole entire life. And it's like now, Shauna, when are you gonna do what's best for you? And right now, this what I feel like is best for me. And because I prayed over my mouth before I came over onto here, um, that whatever it is, I came on and said God is gonna use it um, for His benefit, even if it's just to make somebody else feel like they're not alone and they're not the only one that this is happening to. Um, whatever that is, let it be what it gonna be. Henry, all you gotta do is flick over to, take your finger and do like this and go to another channel, and then you don't got to see the booger in my nose. We all have them every now and then. You do know that's like a natural thing that happens, but you might be a little kid or something, and you don't know no better. Because then for a booger to be in your nose, all you got to do is just get a piece of paper towel or whatever and get it out of there. We'd all done had thousands of them throughout our life. So a booger is not like a big old thing. You know what I'm saying? My goodness. Hey, Cynical. You a mess. I love you too, and hopefully you everything is okay. Hey, RJ. But y'all, I'm going to get ready and get off of here. I appreciate you all for being my listening ear. And I appreciate y'all that's so connected and have the discernment to just be able to like just I didn't even have to say much of anything what it is exactly that's going on with me. I just feel like God have certain people in places for such a time as whatever. All you got to do is include me, and He ain't say when you having good times or when you're having excellent times. He said acknowledge me in all your ways, and that's what I like to do is acknowledge Him and invite Him in on whatever it is that I'm doing. Whether He gonna tell me I'm wrong or whether He gonna tell me that I'm right. I like including Him in everything that I do. Um, yeah. Thank you very, very much, Marjorie, my fly on the wall. Girl, I don't know how you know it, but your discernment is A1. A1. If I wasn't let me tell you something. You so you so on the wall. I almost want to say you might be one of my children up under this name. But I tell you what I'm saying, that's how on top of it is. Yeah. And you know it's not just one time that doesn't happen. It doesn't happen several times. And I'd also like to because I was going through my spiel and everything, but Darcy already know I love her already because Darcy be coming in and she Darcy be asking the questions and stuff. Sometimes she keep the conversation going with the questions that she be asking, and she always, be throwing in. But Darcy, I really appreciate you for that super chat. Um, and my gosh, we gonna ask God to give it back to you 10 times what you asked Him for me. So 10 times mean that's that right there would be $10,000. Girl, look out now, look out, Darcy. And when if it come, just tell us on here. Just come through with the good news and be like, ooh, something good happened to me today. One of them tenfolds came back and hit me. But you all, thank you all very, very much for just being a listening ear. Um, put your prayer down, flip it up, and reverse it. Is your tenfold flipping? Is it worth it? Let me work it. RJ, I understood. I understood that. Yeah. So yeah, tenfold. Hey, Bob Marley, but yeah, I love me some music. Where you could speak it to me that way, I understood that real quick. I can literally hear the music playing in my ears when you type that, literally. But I appreciate y'all for coming through, and everybody that came through and hit the like button for me. I get annoyed when I go to other people's channel and I keep hearing them say hit the like button. I and you that you haven't, not you, you do what it is that you do over on your channel or whatever, but it is kind of annoying for somebody to ask you to hit the like button and you ain't even got the content started yet, and so they don't know what you're talking about. So I'm thankful for the people that did come in and hit the like button, which means because I didn't ask them to, they truly did appreciate what it was that we were speaking on in here tonight. And for those 37 likes, thank you all very much. Now, if you liked the content that was for tonight, or if you didn't, hit the thumbs up or the thumbs down. And better yet, if you like the content, then subscribe over here and keep on coming through and having conversations with us. Um, let's see. I understand that's perfectly. You are my spirit animal. You like music too, Bob Marley. um, but you all, I'm going to say good night. Y'all already know the garden stuff. Y'all grow something on the inside, and when I say on the inside, that means you growing along with whatever it is that you're growing out in the garden. Make sure you're growing something out in your garden and grow along with it. Until next time, I will talk to y'all later, and I love each and every one of y'all. Thank you, California in the house. Talk to y'all next time.